coming to you from the Commonwealth State of Virginia. This is another edition of ECW, and I'm your host tonight, and this is what we have in store for you tonight here on ECW as Raven takes on the Big Show one-on-one in a #1 Contenders Match, the winner gets a shot at Kane in the ECW Championship at our next CPV event, Armageddon, which is less than 2 weeks away, so sit back and enjoy the show. But we're going to kick things off with Diva action here in Atlanta Straight.
On the way to the ring from New Orleans, Louisiana, Jazz.
This is a return bout from last week, which we saw Nidia pick up the win against ECW Original Jazz. Jazz asked for this return bout here to kick things off on ECW. Capacity crowd on hand. Well, tonight a new #1 contender will emerge for the ECW Championship as Raven takes on the Big Show. But right now, let's see if Nidia can make it 2 for 2 against Jazz.
And introducing the opponent, Nidia.
And you see Nidia make her way to the ring. We reintroduce the landing stream to Diva action. We will make this a regular thing here on ECW. And we're done with the jump started last week, the ECW Original. But she's looking to rebound here after losing to Nidia last week. And of course, any Diva that competes in Atlanta Street will be fighting their way for a shot at either the Diva Championship, as over on SmackDown, the Women's Championship, which is held on Monday Night Raw. Currently held by Victoria and Trish Stratus, respectively. Working on the eyes by Nidia. She's looking to continue her winning ways.
1,
In addition to our #1 Contenders Match,
3,
we're gonna have Regal take on Tommy Dreamer.
5,
That extends
6,
from last week's tag team match, and as the 10 count is on, we're at 7.
9,
And Jazz rolls Nidia right at the 9 count, perhaps almost getting herself counted out. And do not want to kick off this edition of ECW like that at all. A couple of chops to the chest. And Jazz is looking to wear down Nidia here in the early going for this opening contest. Repeated punches to the face and a shot to the kidney area sends Nidia down to the mat. Back up to a vertical base. Now Irish whip. Sidewalk slam as Tim White is the official for this opening contest. Seeing all that Boston crowd. Signature move of Jazz. One of the signature moves anyhow. Drop kick. Doesn't connect. She runs to a running clothesline. They lock up into a snap suplex. And let's see if Nidia can find herself back into this matchup. A little filling out process. Nidia moves out of the way. Drop kick to the knee. Third time it's not the charm. And Nidia, for the time being, is on her A game. Little misses. Although Jazz and Nidia, Jazz comes back with a suplex. Pulls her by the roots of her hair and drags her back down. Headlock takedown. Nidia sends her punches to the head. It's going to take more than that for Nidia to take down a woman like Jazz. You do not want to match punch for punch, blow for blow here. And as you see Nidia get the back body drop, she's going to have to wear down Jazz with a couple of wrestling holds here. Not all punches and kicks. Jazz can go to that game. She's much bigger than her size. Overall power for a woman. And Jazz definitely needs to assert herself. Or it could be shaded what happened last week. Took Nidia too lightly. also to lose in the first matchup. Throwing some punches right to the back of the head. Drop kick to the knee finally. And taking away the legs on Nidia. Comes back with a chop. And a running clothesline for our efforts, but back up to a vertical base. Get right toe kicked into the gut. And Jazz right now is having her way. Locked in. FTF doesn't make her submit. Nidia, that is. What is she going for? Drops her down. One. Two. Huge powerbomb by Jack.
Rope break.
Too close to the ropes. Her ring awareness didn't allow her to see that perhaps, or maybe she was too eager to go for the cover. Back to the single leg Boston Crab. Changed her mind. Didn't want to go down like that. And Jazz now. Here we go. And now she goes. The raw power of Jazz. Toe kick into the corner. Jazz now running clothesline. And look at how Jazz is just handling Nidia. She rolls her up. 10 white. Two.
Three.
And Jazz catches Nidia off guard. And gets the pinfall here in this opening contest on ECW. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. STF. And then hits her right here. Back to the single leg Boston Crab. Oh, Nelson slam right here. But then rolls her up. I didn't think Jazz would get the pinfall, but indeed she did. And Jazz is even up with Nidia here on ECW. Still here tonight. Number 1 Contenders Match. Who meets Kane at Armageddon? We'll find out later on as Raven takes on the Big Show. But coming up next, William Regal. He will have Lance Storm in his corner. He will take on Tommy Dreamer. And the Japanese Ghost will be in his corner. Who will prevail? Find out next on ECW. The next edition of Friday Night SmackDown. The main event Mafia is looking to keep the World Heavyweight title in their camp as they'll try to make the announcement for a one-on-one contest at Armageddon. Brock Lesnar crashed the party, and now these three are set to do battle at the next CPV event. But going into the next edition of SmackDown, Brock Lesnar is looking to take out main event Mafia member Booker T. Don't miss the next edition of Friday Night SmackDown. We continue with this edition of ECW as William Regal is set to make his way to the ring.
On the way to the ring from Blackpool, England, weighing 240 pounds, William Regal.
Well, it was last week William Regal sent the Wildcat Chris Harris packing out of the Atlanta Extreme, and now, along with Lance Storm in his corner, is set to take on ECW original Tommy Dreamer, along with the Japanese buzzsaw Tajiri in his corner. This is a one-on-one contest, which I said at the top of the show stems from last week's tag team main event. So let's do this.
Followed by Lance Storm.
Well, we know the history between Lance Storm and William Regal, but as of late, it seemed the connection or the unity between Storm, William Regal, and the Russian nightmare Vladimir Kozlov, they have come together and formed some type of bond, a unit more or less. And their mission is pretty much simple: destroy anything and anyone that comes within their path, and that includes the likes of Chris Harris, Tajiri, Tommy Dreamer, even a Hurricane. We'll talk about that in just a few moments here on ECW. And speaking of ECW, here's the ECW original.
And introducing the opponents from Yonkers, New York, weighing 234 pounds, Tommy Dreamer.
Tommy Dreamer making his way to the ring. Tommy Dreamer, at some point in the future, he told me earlier backstage he would love another opportunity at the ECW Championship. But that shouldn't be his focus tonight.
Followed by the Kiwi.
And here's Clear, somebody else who's been getting on the backside of William Regal, the Japanese boss on Tajiri. He's here to back out Tommy Dreamer here tonight. Of still to come, the Contenders Match. Raven, the Big Show, who will put their ticket to Armageddon. Well, right now, we're going to see two ECW superstars get it on, the original. And a guy who can take it to you in that ring, as you see William Regal. And look at how William Regal, how low he can go. He's pretty dirty in that ring. And we'll give Tommy Dreamer everything he's got in this matchup. They lock up. Tommy Dreamer comes back body drop. Tommy Dreamer. Definitely a contrast of styles here. And William Regal will wear you down. Body part by body part, inch by inch. Tommy Dreamer will knock you over the head with any and everything. Inside, outside of the ring, whether it's nailed down or is available without ripping it off the floor. And you see William Regal taking it to Tommy Dreamer here in the early going in this single matchup. And Tommy Dreamer now,
Ralph Frank,
as we are just 12 days away from our next CPV event, Armageddon. Contact your local. Wait a minute. William Regal is tossed. Dreamer over the top. And there's not a 10 count. The referee's being very lenient. Lance Storm putting his hands on Tommy Dreamer. This is what I'm talking about. Storm, Regal, and Kozlov, who's not out here, putting hands on Tommy Dreamer. From this unity. And Regal, and see if Regal can take advantage on the attack on the outside. Dreamer comes back with a back body drop. I'm just all over the place right now, trying to call the action, trying to give you background. I'm trying to do it all here for each and every show, not just ECW. Short-range clothesline by the innovator of violence and Tommy Dreamer. There's a punching contest going on. And down goes Tommy Dreamer. Flat like a pancake here in the early goings of this matchup. And a takedown by Regal. Pop right back up. Dreamer does. And Regal is going to use these fists of his. We've been brawling since a preteen. That's how he got in the pro wrestling business. Or as we call the sports entertainment business. And Regal, series of punches to the head. And Dreamer take those punches. Back out to a vertical base, courtesy of Regal. And a hard kick to the midsection. They lock up. Back down to the mat goes Tommy Dreamer. Regal now. Back to the punches to the head. And Tommy Dreamer. That's not going to phase him one bit. This matchup just started. And there's an arm drag for Dreamer's troubles. Coming to you again from the Commonwealth state of Virginia. As Dreamer on pure instinct. As a counter, he rolls him up. Locks the arms together. And only gets a 1 count. And Dreamer should have known that's all he was going to get there. And a knee right into the midsection. Right hands. And Tommy Dreamer battling back. Short range clothesline, no. They lock up. Dreamer. Russian leg sweep sends Regal down to the mat. And Tommy Dreamer take advantage of the situation. Repeated right punches to the head and chest of William Regal. Regal puts him down. Into the corner. What's he trying to do here? Is he going with a superplex? And he does! Superplex off the top turnbuckle. And Regal now. Single leg Boston Crab. Or Les Stone likes to call it. As you see a reversal, I was going to say Canadian make-believe. Backslide pin by Dreamer. He was too close to the ropes. They lock up. And a headlock takedown. And Tommy Dreamer. And Regal sends Tommy Dreamer into the mat. Head first. As if he was just in a car crash. And over the top, Regal goes. And he's on the wrong side of the tracks. But there's Tajiri finally. The backup that man he's supposed to be insisting. And Dreamer went into the steel steps. And just look at the weapons that's laid out here. Of course, courtesy of Lance Storm. And wait! DVD! Dreamer Ballet Driver. Take a look again at the replay, but he's on the outside. Should have hit that in the ring. And Dreamer now. No. Underhook. Underhook suplex, but Tajiri broke it up. And Regal focusing his attention. And Regal takes down Tajiri. And Tajiri has focused his eyes right on Regal. And now this is... Regal is down. Tajiri and Tommy Dreamer on 2-on-1 attack. Lance Storm is on the other side of the ring. Probably wants no parts of Dreamer and the Japanese buzzsaw. And Tajiri, along with Dreamer, has Regal in trouble here. Regal rolls into the ring, so does Tommy Dreamer. Back into the ring now. Irish whip. Doesn't follow up. He gets caught into the corner though. Dreamer. He's going for a superplex. He hits it. Off the top turnbuckle. Tommy Dreamer's going for the cover. 1. Unusual sequence. 2. 3. And he gets 3. And just like that, Tommy Dreamer gets 3. Take a look at the replay. As you see William Regal bouncing, the DVD right there, but it was this sequence right here. Superplex off the top turnbuckle. Here's Tommy Dreamer. The go-ahead pinfall. Here on ECW, still to come. Raven, Big Show, what's winning the ECW Superstars? Get this shot at Armageddon. Find out.
The end is here. The game is over. No more pretending. No more. No more. The end is here. The end is here.
the Raw Rebound. Brought to you by our Blogspot page. Check us out at blogspot.com. We continue with this edition of ECW on the way tag team action.
On the way to the ring from the Buckeye State, Ohio, the Mind.
And speaking of strange formations, here's another one as the Miz teams up with the franchise Shane Douglas here in the tag team matchup. Set to go against the Hurricane and Hardcore Holly.
Making his way to the ring from the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, James John Lewis.
Franchise Shane Douglas has been having the Miz do his bidding as of late. And these two, I'm not getting this pairing at all coming off their tables like they had a few months back. But nonetheless, they all pair. And this pair is set to go against into this man.
And introducing the opponents from Mobile, Alabama, weighing 233 pounds, Hardcore Holly.
And Hardcore Holly, I'm interested to find out Hardcore Holly and the Hurricane can coexist. Hardcore Holly, he doesn't take too much crap in that ring, whether you partners or not. Coming out like a superhero, that might get on the skin on one Hardcore.
Lightning fast and unyielding in his
Making his
fight for
way to the
good.
ring, weighing 215 pounds,
coming
the Hurricane.
Well, the Hurricane better be no nonsense in this matchup here, because Hardcore Holly is not going to have any of it. Once again, if you're just tuning in, we got tag team action on the way. As the Hurricane and Hardcore Holly take on the Miz and the franchise Shane Douglas here on ECW. Alright, here we go. The Miz and Hardcore Holly will have their battles. We're going to start things off with their respective teams. Missile dropkick is a little too premature. Hardcore Holly got to stick to what he knows. And going to the top turnbuckle is not his strong suit, especially early on in this tag team matchup. Of course, at the conclusion of this tag team match, #1 Contenders Match, the winner is Kane and Armageddon. Who will get that shot? Raven on a Big Show, double axe handle by the Miz. Too premature. Didn't connect. They lock up into a suplex. And I'm curious to find out which one of the teams is going to prevail. And the Miz, who's been hitting the moves like that as of late, he gets some of that going on here. This might be a quick one. And there's a knee right into the face. Followed up with a short-range clothesline. And the Miz got go to rushing last week. And it seems like the man is taking note and learning a few things from the franchise. He's showing here in the early moment into an arm drag. Thought he was going for a tag. What's he setting up for? And there's an elbow missed. Still need to work on his timing. And the man stops Hardcore Holly in his track. And off the swinging neck breaker. Yes, he does. And here comes the franchise Shane Douglas. There's also down the road looking for a shot at the ECW championship. Right now, he's in tag team action. And kick right into the ground. Hardcore Holly desperately needs to make a tag. Even though we're in the first few minutes of the tag team matchup. We're glad you can join us here for another edition of ECW. Coming to you from the state of Virginia. We're in the city of Hampton. As we are 12 days away from our next CPV event. Shane Douglas sends Hardcore Holly flying into his corner. Maybe Hardcore Holly can come too. But not before he goes face first into the mat. Desperately needs to make a tag as Shane Douglas connects on that suplex. Shane Douglas. Definitely a technician in that ring. Hardcore Holly, he's more of a fighter or brawler. Definitely can try to establish between each two and off the power slam. The franchise going for the cover. One broken up immediately after the one count by the Hurricane. They lock up. Irish whip into another power slam. And the franchise we're gonna wear down Hardcore Holly. Single leg Boston Crab. And Shane Douglas, well, he gets caught with a powerbomb. And Shane Douglas and the men somehow can make this tag team work. Down goes Shane Douglas. And Shane Douglas is not going to go down without a fight. But Shane Douglas definitely took that like a champ. Camera clutch. Too close to the ropes. And Hardcore Holly, he still needs to make a tag. Well, Hardcore Holly trying to belly him back. Into this matchup, Shane Douglas belly to back suplex. And it's a knee crusher into the mat. Gets caught. Back up to a vertical base. So Shane sends him right back down. Hardcore Holly catches him at the legs. And the franchise fights his way out. Shane Douglas puts him down. One. That's all he got. All he got. That Pittsburgh plunge. One count on. Hardcore Holly. Shane Douglas. And the backbreaker for his services. And Shane Douglas toasting the crowd here in Hampton, Virginia. Shane Douglas. Catching him right now. Douglas desperately he needs to make a tag as well. Back up to a vertical base. Shane Douglas. And probably missing a couple punches, but a takedown. Shane Douglas. They lock up. Shane Douglas, here we go. Pittsburgh plunge. One. Shane Douglas. And Hardcore Holly. No. Tag to the Miz. The Miz get drop kicked off the apron. Thank you for coming. like he was going for the tag, didn't make the tag, and that might come back to bite him. They lock up. Into a reversal. The Miz into a back body drop, and the Miz could just be moments away from putting it away. Hardcore Holly, here we go. Well, he was going for the reality check. Hardcore Holly somehow pulling his way out of that situation. And there's an elbow off the top turnbuckle. Hardcore Holly trying to balance his way back. And here we go. Here comes the reality check. Down goes Hardcore Holly. And knocks the Hurricane off the apron, but Hardcore Holly, while pure instinct, came to and gets a 1 count for his trouble. The Miz does. Which one of these teams will get a pinfall or submission out of the other team? Seems like the Miz and Shane Douglas for the most part are definitely on the same page. And Lariat from behind, and the Miz going for the yet again. Broken up right at one by the Hurricane. Knocks the Hurricane off the apron. Going for him trying to sneak a drop kick. Quick hand sends the Miz, the former reality TV star, down to the camera. He's back up. Russian leg sweep. And let's see if the Miz goes for a tag, and he does. And here comes Shane Douglas, looking to finish off Hardcore Holly. Holly, counter. Into that knee breaker. And let's see if Hardcore Holly can get himself a tag. Drop kick catches the franchise. Peter elbow drops, but a takedown by Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas now going up top. What's he going for? Double axe handle. Doesn't land. Hardcore Holly comes back. Discus punch. Blocked. Sends him into the ropes. Over the top goes the franchise. And now, Hardcore Holly and the Hurricane. He's spending too much time taunting him. Thought it was an opening for Hardcore Holly and the Hurricane, but have to get themselves started back into the match. Perhaps with a tag. Hardcore Holly. Drop kick. Sends Shane Douglas there. Too close to the ropes. Sends Shane Douglas flying his back. Holly going for the cover. Two. Broken up at 2 by the Miz. And a toe kick to the midsection. Pop right back up. Irish whip into the corner. Douglas now slams him down head first. Back of the head, that is. And Hardcore Holly is back onto a regular base. And the franchise ranking on the outs. They lock up courtesy of Hardcore Holly. Hardcore Holly! Alabama slam. 1, 2. And a kick out by Shane Douglas. How did he manage to kick out of the Alabama slam? Going for the cover yet again. 1, 2. And a quick 2. Kick out by the franchise. And Earl Hebner. 2. Earl Hebner. Going down trying to get the cover. A tag team match. Earl Hebner. I thought for a second he was sitting out of the picture there. Off that camera angle. Even though I'm sitting right at ringside. And down goes Hardcore Holly. Which allows Shane Douglas to get the must-made tag. And here comes the Miz, the fresher man. And Hardcore Holly could be in some trouble here. Hardcore Holly sneaking in our backslide pin. 1. And a 1 count only for Hardcore Holly, says Earl Hebner. And an elbow smash right into the face. Over the top goes the Miz. And this is Hardcore Holly's problem right here. He gets the Miz over the top. Well, he's on the wrong side of the tracks and gets caught by Shane Douglas. Back up to a vertical base. The Miz slams him down. The Miz rolls back into the ring. No 10 count by Earl Hebner. This might have saved this matchup on a low blow. Are you kidding me? Did you really have to resort to that, Miz? Great punch. Hardcore Holly trying to sneak in another backslide pin. One count only. And the Miz, and I think Hurricane is just messing up this match for Hardcore Holly. Well, Holly desperately needs to make a tag. And Hurricane gets hit with a steaming drip kick. And again, for the second time in this match, the Miz delivers a low blow. The Hardcore Holly. Single leg Boston Crab. Hardcore Holly is not tap out. And the Miz has that sleeper locked in. Going right back to the legs. Hardcore Holly doesn't tap out though. Back body drop. And Holly desperately needs to make a tag. Again. Back body drop. Count into a suplex. Hitting punches to the head by Holly. And the Miz, he's feeling it now. Let's see if the Miz can take advantage of the situation. Lure to the back of the head. Was that enough to take broken up by the Hurricane? Right at one. And the Hurricane. Hardcore Holly gets hit in the midsection by the Miz. And a right punch sent the Miz down on his back. Too close to the ropes. The Miz scoop slam. And I think the Miz needs to make a tag as well. And again, that lariat to the back of the head. And the Miz running down Hardcore Holly. He may not be a guy to do that by himself. That's why Shane Douglas needs to get back to the ring. And down goes the Miz. Take a look again at the replay. Hardcore Holly with that knee breaker to the back of the head on the Miz. The Miz now springboard off the ropes. And down goes Hardcore Holly. And Shane Douglas is back in. Right hand. But down goes Hardcore Holly. Hardcore Holly now shoves his way out of the corner. Into a power slam. And Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas gets caught. Go for the cover. Broken up at one by the Miz. And Hardcore Holly has been in the ring for his team for the entire matchup. Holly desperately needs to get a tag in if he can get it in. Winking in the eyes. Shane Douglas. Sends him up here. Shoulder breaker. Stands up Holly now. They lock up. Shane Douglas. Down goes Hardcore Holly. One. Broken up right at one by the Hurricane. And look at the Miz. Single leg Boston Crab. He thinks the nigga, man. Get him out of there. Hardcore Holly. That's the only thing he needed to get a tag in, but I guess he doesn't trust his partner to get the job done. Plants the franchise with a DDT. And Holly now. We charge more power. Oh, here we go. Pittsburgh punch. One. One carry over. Take a look again at the replay. The franchise hits it one more time on Hardcore Hot. Scoop slam by the Miz. Shane Douglas continuing to try to win on Hardcore Holly. And Holly now going for the cover. Not really where he is because he was too close to the ropes. Power slam. Shane Douglas. And Shane Douglas continuing to win now. The veteran out of Mobile, Alabama. And a punch to the top of the head. He popped right back up. That's pure instinct only. DDT by Hardcore Holly. Going for the cover. Back and forth action. The Miz and the franchise. As you see, Douglas got clothesline over the top yet again. Cena that Boston crowd cannot wear down the franchise and get him to submit on the outside. Shane Douglas. Here we go. Alabama swag. And the concrete floor. And the crowd on their feet. But Hardcore Holly got to bring this back into the ring. Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas is after the Hurricane here. Knocking the Hurricane off the apron. What is he doing? That's a sledgehammer. But the Hurricane saw it and drop kicked Shane Douglas before he can even use it. Running clothesline by the franchise. He has that sledgehammer. And it looks like and he chokes his way out the Hurricane. And Hebner calls for the disqualification and the Hurricane. And Hardcore Holly will pick up the win here on ECW. Take a look at the closing minutes on the tag team match. That Alabama slam on the concrete floor. But it was right here. Shane Douglas tossing that sledgehammer. Colstein, him in the middle of victory. Coming up next, number 1 Contenders Match. Who will prevail? We'll find out next here on ECW. On the next edition of Monday Night Raw, these 4 superstars will get it on for the WWE Championship at Armageddon. But this Monday night, they are set to team up in a huge epic tag team matchup, with 2 will prevail as the road to Armageddon continues. You don't want to miss the next edition of Monday Night Raw. Check your local listings for availability in your area. Alright, here we go. Number 1 Contenders Match for the ECW Championship.
On the way to the ring, Asia.
Regal wants to be the man once again. He lost his title a little over a month ago in an episode of ECW. He's raving aloud Kane to capture the title at Survivor Series. And we'll find out his motive. Pushing here, he can defeat this man.
500 pounds for Big Show.
Well, the Big Show believes, from when he told me earlier backstage, that it should be him and Kane. It turns out after yet, but yet Raven never got his return down fair and square. So they're going to figure it out here, and the battle for the ECW title has been intense over the past few months. It's been very alive a little bit more here, as this #1 contenders match is underway. He will prevail and move on to Armageddon for a shot to become once again ECW champ. And thank you again for joining us for another edition of ECW. Don't forget to check us out this Friday night. As the Road to Armageddon continues, what is happening over there on SmackDown? You have to tune in and find out. Back body drop by the Big Show, and the Big Show is looking to take out Raven quickly and early here. The more that this goes, the more I believe this favors Raven here. Big Show has to use his size to take out Raven quickly. Big Show gets caught with a power driver though, and Raven, the man that doesn't fear pain, running DDT. Perhaps spent too much time taunting the crowd here in the great state of Virginia on double stretch. Then, but that's not going to wear down the world's largest athlete. Shoulder breaker by Raven. And Raven, series of punches to the head. These two former ECW champions know what it's like to be on top. Only one of these guys will get another opportunity to get that chance to be on top yet again here in Atlanta Street. He will meet the Big Red Machine, short range clothesline, and Raven having no problem with the Big Show. As a backbreaker. And Raven, this matchup just started. #1 contenders match for the ECW Championship. Rules at Mark 2. Big Show's left leg close to Whitbreak. That arm breaker. Bigger leg busting crown. Raven doesn't want to go out like that. He's rolling up the Big Show yet again. 2. 2 count only. Did Raven let up or what? Even flow. DDT. And Raven. Raven again. Another one for good measure. And he tossed the crowd here. He's going for the cover. 2, 3, and 3, and Raven, just like that, pushes his ticket to San Antonio, Texas, with a date with Kane, the ECW Championship. Let's take another replay. There's the second even flow DDT, and he got 3, and he will be moving on for a shot at the ECW title. We're out of time. We'll see you this Friday night on SmackDown.